It's Wednesday. It's 5-Minute Rehab Day. Come on in, come on in. This is Taisha Presley, the owner and the founder of Legacy Empowerment Services. We are a mental health private practice. We're located in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we work with adolescents and young adults who've experienced some type of dysfunction and want to rehabilitate their lives. That's right, baby girl. They want to rehabilitate their lives. Okay, so hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. If not, you know what I'm going to say. You can start over. You can pause this video. You can take a deep breath. You can collect your thoughts. And you can make a decision, a conscious decision, an intentional decision in the opposite direction of where you are right now, in the direction that you want to be in. So pause this video, take your deep breath, and come back, and let's talk a little bit about family culture. So on the page this week, I've been talking about family culture because it is extremely, extremely important. I cannot tell you how many times I have talked to clients in session, and all they know is that they want to change directions. They want to change course. They want to rehabilitate their life. They want to rehabilitate their family culture. They want to break cycles. That's what they say, right? That's all we know. We just want a change. But then I ask a question. I ask a really simple question. The question is usually, well, what do you want? What do you want? And I get blank stares because we really don't know. They really don't know. Sometimes we get so stuck in fight, flight, freeze. Sometimes we get so stuck in just surviving that we never think about what we actually desire for our life. And that is dangerous because what tends to happen when you're just kind of stuck and you're not actually making intentional decisions, what you're doing is you're just allowing life to happen to you when really we are happening to life. We create our experiences. We get to create the life that we desire for ourselves. And so what I do with my clients is that I teach us how to dream again, right? We spend time dreaming. Well, what do you actually want for your family? And so I want to just talk a little bit today about some things that create your family culture. And I want you to really think about these things because sometimes you got to. Sometimes you have to think about this so you can know where you are. It's so important to make these kind of mental assessments, or you can do a physical assessment. Like you can sit down with your family every week, every year, twice a year, and actually do a family assessment about where are we right now? Are we allowing life to happen to this family, or is our family happening to life? Are we taking our legacy important? Are we taking it by the horns, and are we making this happen, or are we just kind of letting it kind of slip by and life just kind of building itself? So these are the things that I want you to consider as you are thinking about and doing your family assessment with your family, or the parents get together. And let me just talk about this part of it too before I go into it really quickly, is that when you are co-parenting, because a lot of my parents are co-parents, when you are co-parenting, taking family assessments can be a little bit more challenging because you have two families, right? But it's still very important. And I still encourage co-parents to get together during a family assessment and decide, okay, what's happening right now? What is the temperature? What is the pace of our family, even separately? And how can we be unified in the direction that we are going as a family? Because even if you're co-parents from different homes, you're still family. You're still family. So here are some things. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things to consider when you are thinking about and assessing your family culture. What is your family's rhythm? What is the pace at which your family is functioning? Is your family kind of just chaotic? Is it all over the place? Are you guys screaming, yelling? You're never taking time. You don't have the time because mommy has these things going on. Daddy has these things going on. Kids have baseball and basketball and choir and all these things. What is the pace of your family? And if you sit down and you assess that your family's pace is going too fast, it's too chaotic, guess what? Just like how we started the session today, we decided if you're not where you want to be right now, you can always start over. If your family's pace, your family's rhythm is not where you want it to be, you can start over. You can start over, but it starts with awareness, okay? So how do you spend your days? How do each family member spend their days? And at which pace do you guys go as a family, individuals? You can decide on that because all of that determines your family culture. Okay, number 2, your habits. These are the patterns, the repetitions that come up in your family, the things that repeat frequently. And this is so important because what happens repeatedly reflects your values. What we do on a consistent basis, like I don't have to ask anybody. I never have to ask anybody what they value. All I do is I look at their life. I look at what they give their attention to. I look at, what they do consistently, where they spend the majority of their time, because that lets me know more than whatever they say out of their mouth. I know what you value because of how you spend your time. So your family's culture is dependent on how you guys, what you guys' values are, what you guys' habits are reflect your values. So pay attention to your habits. Number 3, your rituals. So these are things like, how do you start your day? Some families start their day with prayer. Some families start their day with meditation. Some families start their day with breakfast. Some families end their day, with a check-in. So what are your family rituals? This is important because it shapes your culture of your family, okay? Number 5, holidays, traditions. Those are the things that also reflect your value. Remember when, like back in the day, we would always go to Big Mama's house on Sunday and have dinner? Where did that go? Like that was a norm. That was a culture. That's because we value family, right? So your traditions, your patterns, your holidays, those are the things that all shape your culture. So your beliefs, your habits, your rhythm, your rituals, all of those things shape your culture. And so it's so important when you're doing your family assessment to look at those particular things. And like I said, if you don't like the way that they are currently, you have the ability to change it. You make a decision, a conscious decision. And this is all about awareness, because you get to make a conscious decision about, okay, this is where we are now. This is actually the culture that we want to establish based on the values that we have now, not from the values that we have from dysfunction, not from the values that we have from mamadom. What are the values that we want in our home? What are the traditions that we want in our home? What are the rituals that we want? This is a very conscious work. So I encourage you to rehabilitate your family legacy by paying attention to the family culture. Sit down, do your family assessment, make a decision about where your family is now. And if you don't like it, change it. So thank you so much for coming in and checking out the 5-Minute Rehab. I want you to drop in the comment section, what's your family culture? Are you going to do a family assessment? I want to hear from you guys. Put it in the comments below. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.